Frankie and Tommy here. Previous episode starts with gut slander, toilet panic, and emotional Wi-Fi on one bar.
Did you see her big gut?
I was gonna say he had a gut on me when I was driving.
You're sitting there, your big fucking gut on your lap. I'm like, yeah, there's Gut Anderson there. I love it. How are you, pal?
I'm good, bro. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I had one more stop on the fucking toilet, but my phone was already by my computer, so I'm on the toilet, and I'm like, fuck, I need to text him and tell him a few minutes late, but I'm stuck on the pod.
That is every adult's nightmare. Phone too far, dignity gone, meeting already judging you.
All good, my brother. All good. Hey, I was checking in. Man, you're going to be horrified by this, but we talked about that young lady that passed over the weekend from Brazil. Dude, she actually hit the ground and lived.
That line hit like a push notification from hell.
And then I know.
So because when I watched her fall,
I know.
I was like, the only way she's gonna live is she lands flat. If she lands like this, no way, because her spine will compress. And
yeah.
But she looked like she landed. That's the trick of wrestling. The higher you are, the flatter you have to land.
John heard a nightmare and immediately became the YouTube guy explaining impact angles with household items.
I'm not including myself when I say this, but why the fuck is everybody framing this like maybe they're gonna fucking abduct 700 people and bring them back and they're gonna be better people. Why does it gotta be bad? Why is everyone gotta fucking freak out? Why do you hear about a ghost? Why is it a bad ghost? What the fuck?
That is how this generation dates ghosts. Red flags everywhere, but the vibes might heal him.
It's a fascinating way to look at it, actually, because you're right. Because the story is
great, man. I'd love to fucking have some of what you got. You drive around a fucking saucer that'll sit still when you grab 700 people.
John wants aliens with suspension, legroom, and a 5-star rating after abducting half the block.
I guarantee when I hit the
medical care.
In fact, I'm not laughing at her. I'm laughing at you.
That is friendship. Laughing near the tragedy, but directly at your buddy's terrible question.
How do you die before the impact?
Well, I got. I thought, fair question. Yeah, fair question. I just thought.
This is another $5,000 chicken.
Yeah. This show is 1 tab motivational, 1 tab medical mystery, and 47 tabs nobody should reopen.
I want to know how that confused.
Yeah, you get just fucking freaked out and you fall into the ground. Oh, yes, that's an animal, Johnny, with 3. I think it's got 3 penises on that thing, actually. We got Willy Wonka. It's a rare extra appendage on his leg, now thriving as a 3-legged wonder after life-changing surgery. Johnny, dog born with 2nd penis on his leg, undergoes surgery. We found a guy that had a penis growing from his arm. I found a dog that actually has a penis growing from his hind leg.
That is the kind of Google search that makes your phone ask, "Are you emotionally okay?"
I don't know what to say to that, brother.
Diaphilia is documented in just 4 canine cases, illustrating an extreme congenital anomaly where embryonic development produces duplicate genital tissue. So dogs, this happens to dogs as well as humans. Hey, Dr. Keith L. Marshall, when you're on the streets, did you see this out there?
I didn't see that.
When the experienced guy taps out, the group chat should stop asking follow-ups.
Saw some wild stuff. I didn't see that. That's crazy. Wow. I've seen a lot of 3-legged dogs, but I've never seen a dog with 2 shafts.
Yeah, with 2 shafts.
With missing a leg, but never adding an extra dick.
Every group chat has 1 sentence where everyone silently decides lunch is over.
Yeah, I see missing a leg too.
So I felt myself going through limerence with my wife last week.
Keith talks about marriage like his Amazon package finally arrived and fixed his childhood.
I just madly fixed.
You're still in limerence. You know, you finally. Everybody's got to understand. This is a kid who nobody would play with at school. Couldn't get any chicks. His primary companion was a 25-year-old retarded guy when he was 21. He was 15. You know, anyway, finally gets the chick. He's going to be living in that honeymoon phase for the rest of his fucking life.
John turned love into a Netflix true crime episode where the suspect is just Keith being happy.
I could see Brianna, he's not wrong. No, I'm all about limerancing Lauren. I limerence Lauren all the time.
You are not in limerence. You're not in limerence. You are in love.
Well, but there's times where I feel this flush of
That's not limerence. That's not limerence. No.
Most people think that the perfect morning is calm. Let's just talk about it for a second. It's calm. It's soft. It's predictable. It's a little bit of coffee, a little bit of routine, a little bit of quiet, no friction, no pressure, Nobody else's inbox, making me crazy, no disruption. And look, I know Jimmy, we all love the calm morning too. And I'm not saying that your morning needs to feel like some kind of hostage negotiation, just automatically, okay, bah. But I do think that maybe we as humans have confused peace with numbness. You heard me talk about it yesterday, comfort. Perhaps we've confused comfort with readiness. Perhaps we've confused a good morning with a morning that asks nothing of us. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. Because the morning should not just soothe you. No, it should wake something up in you.
That is the morning alarm judging you before your phone even unlocks.
A little bit of urgency, a little bit of honesty, a little bit of edge, a little awareness that this day today, it matters. And you do not get unlimited chances to live it. A little awareness this morning is the kind of awareness that matters because you do not get unlimited chances to live a day like today. So, are you grateful that you get to do it today, or do you get to? Do you have to? That kind of nervousness is not anxiety. No, you know what it is? Whitaker, it's called aliveness. There is a difference. Anxiety, what does it do? It scatters you, scatters your brain. Aliveness sharpens you. Anxiety makes you smaller. Being alive, it calls you forward. That anxiety says, holy shit, man, something's wrong. But being alive, it says, no, something matters right now. And I think a lot of us maybe have lost that feeling.
Watch the previous episode for highlights like this. Full show is up next, before your coffee joins LinkedIn and reinvents itself.
Somewhere along the way, men decided sleep was weakness. So now we've got guys bragging about 4 hours of sleep.
Like their brain isn't running Windows 95 with 37 tabs open.
You may be earning more
Moving faster.
and calling it discipline. But today we're asking the ugly question, what if the grind is winning?
And you are the thing being ground down?
Only on mornings in the lab.
Good morning, nation. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Your live morning show for real talk, motivating content, and big conversations. We got Jimmy on the buttons, we got Kai on the buttons, and of course we got our very own producer Neiman out there making sure the words sound as good as I look this morning. We got Dwayne and Rico doing the fucking arm wrestle for who's gonna own the baby boomer token. He is toothless and proud. His name, Matt Roof. Dr. John's the bullshit professor. Kai's the shit professor. Brianna, you're always teaching me, man, every single Tuesday. Nation, you will not find this kind of knowledge anywhere on the planet to start your day other than Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Hey, it's time to go. It's time to go. There's the camera. Good morning, nation. Good morning, nation. It is Wednesday, June 17th. We are 168 days into 2026. That is 5,000 million goddamn minutes. No, it's actually 1,512 minutes of snoozing. If you actually hit the snooze every morning, you are now 1,512 minutes behind me. Yeah, you're 25 hours behind Jimmy. You're 12 minutes behind Rico. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rico. Good morning, Riddicker. Welcome to the big show we call Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Guys, that's one full day plus an hour that you are just sitting around laying there with the button controlling your life. And guys, we don't have that time anymore. No, we do not. Hey, yesterday on the show, we sat in a room nobody wants to sit in. The day you realize you're not their dad. Yeah, we talked to blended families with myself and Brianna Bass and John Anderson. You know that moment like, oh yeah, blended family. How's that going to work out for us? Yeah, we sure did. We also had Dr. Keith Marshall on the show yesterday. Yes, he did. Stabbed a gazillion times, left for dead, got himself together and figured it all out. Big show yesterday. Yes, sirree. Hey, today, we're talking about, we got a few things on the table today. We're talking peptides, peptide desk, hour 2. We're going to talk epitalon, the pineal gland, Russian. You know, I got something to say. So if I live here and there's a road and you live here, let's just say my friend Holroyd, my friend Wade, I live on this side of the road, you live on that side of the road, and it's okay for you to take epitalon on that side of the road, but it's not okay for me to take epitalon on this side of the road. Just really, you know, it's interesting how society works, right? Oh, it's banned in North America, but all the Russians are on it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna get into it later on in the show here today. Hey, Floyd, Money Floyd, 50 in the ring, 0 for 1 for truth. Yeah, maybe the guy cashed a $200,000 bounce check. Gonna have that conversation. Hey, you want to rent some sun? Yeah, hey, there's a company renting sun. True story. So, you know, for those of you that are looking for sun, maybe that's the company that you could look for, is that Reflect Orbital. The startup wants to put mirrors in space to sell you sunlight on demand. You're sitting there in the dark, you're like, yeah, hey, I want some sun. There you go. So you'll be able to order it up from a company called Reflect Orbital. You know, it's not lost upon me. There is nonstop chit-chatter about these data centers and sun. You know, the Earth is consuming more power than ever. So everyone's like, hey, we got to go to the sun. We got to go get, we have to go get sunlight. So fascinating company. Yeah. Hey, in the morning focus, Gen X, that's us guys, built for change. And we are just running out of patience for babysitting. This was for the guys that are carrying the people who refuse to carry themselves. And hey guys, we got the daily poll, we got the daily posts and so forth. So yeah, that's the show here today. And of course, the daily question. Jimmy, daily question goes like this today. Are you the guy still running on 5 hours on a Red Bull? Or did you finally figure out that that trade is not worth it? At what point in our life do we say, no, Red Bull's done, putting the Red Bull aside, and I'm now going to consume coffee and water to get after it? What's going on, Petro? Good to see you out there, Petro. Yes, sir, Rody. What? Yeah, bouncing checks. Floyd. Or maybe you talk about renting sun. Yeah, there you go. Well, listen, I think it's time to get the show on the road because people are waiting to get into the good stuff. You know how it goes, eh? Yeah, Cheryl Whitaker's dropping in later today. Her show's dropping off in about 15 minutes as well. It starts with Joy. But hey, whoo, baby, it's time to get the show on the road for a show that we call Mornings in the Lab. It's Wednesday. Let's get into it. The morning loop, it starts right now.
Good morning, nation. I'm still thinking about the woman in Brazil. That one didn't leave.
Same. Some stories hit so hard. Even jokes come in walking carefully.
But thanks to Keith's algorithm, our grief got interrupted by a man camping inside a bush. You mean the man at midday break, under the trees, dirt, gray pipe? Weird setup. Absolutely. Bad life strategy? Not even close.
Weird? I can see that man is healthy. He's building solo life expectancy in bushes with open Wi-Fi.
Exactly. Fresh air, shade, no altitude. That's men's health. with leaves touching your neck. He found privacy, cardio, and a pipe nobody understands. Honestly, that's more planning than most men have. If you missed yesterday's episode, watch the replay. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Let's start the morning loop.
The morning loop. Hey guys, you guys can subscribe and ring that bell. We go live at 7:30 Eastern time with our boy Matty Roof. Yep, he gets after it on Kindness Rising. Rise up with a little bit of kindness. And hey, YouTube does not tell you we are on unless that bell is on. 2 seconds done, just click it. You will never miss a show. Go on, check out mornings.network, mornings.live. The mornings live authority network that gets after at 7:30 Eastern time. Of course, Cheryl Whitaker's dropping later today as well at 8:30 on the nose. Yes, sir. That's about 13 minutes or so. Johnny Anderson's joining me in a few minutes as well. And we got a bunch of great things to get into today on the big show we call it Mornings and Live with Keith, John, and friends. All right, let's pivot. Let's pivot. Well, somebody we know, it's been in the news a little bit here and then. Yeah, he's facing 2 felony charges in Vegas after prosecutors alleged that he used a $200,000 check with insufficient funds to buy a luxury watch from Gold and Beyond.
A retired boxing legend, known for the money persona, is tied to a $200K watch payment dispute. If you're rich, why does the payment not clear? Because it's not about money, it's about identity. The image demands proof. Eventually, you're buying applause, not a watch. So today's question, where are you still performing success, truck, Rolex, can't say no until reality finally calls the bank?
The boys didn't want to say his name, eh, Jimmy? So this is interesting. Petro. Yeah, the guy heads to the store, and allegedly he passes the check, knowing that it wasn't going to clear. And apparently he can go to prison for up to 20 years in prison in Nevada for that type of situation. Now, all those sentences aren't that long. Could you imagine if the boy wonder himself, Floyd, ends up in prison for cashing a bounced check for all the shit he has done in his life? You know, dude, judgment on his fighting. That's not what I'm here to talk about. But the fact of the matter is, man, he's fighting like a motherfucker. And he's now, he might end up in jail for a bounced check. So we're going to watch this one and see what happens. Floyd's $200,000 mess up might put him in jail. And it's funny because the boy with money in his name, and he's undefeated at 50-0. But as we know, he apparently is getting back into the ring with Pacquiao because clearly he needs some cash. He needs some cash. What's going on, Roof? I see you there in the comments, brother. Good to see you out there, Mr. Matthew Roof. Matty's coming up on his anniversary in a few weeks. 1 year getting up and getting after it. I watched that young boy's life change as he started his morning conversation, leading his morning community as part of the Mornings in the Lab Live Authority Network. All right. Hey, so Chamath, Jimmy. So, before I get, no, hold on. I'm gonna hang tight here. I'm gonna hang tight. I want to bring Johnny in for this one actually. So, because Chamath, I'm gonna fuck up his name, of course, but I'm just gonna grab it up here. He hold the horses. Yes, Aroni. Yeah. So, Chamath says AI is not like the internet. Yeah, and to those of you that are wondering who I'm talking about a fellow who's part of the All In podcast, and he's with okay, good, thanks, Jimmy. I got you there. So it's interesting because he talks about the infrastructure that these companies are building depend on the power grid, the land, and his argument is AI should actually belong to government. And it's a fascinating point. We're going to have that conversation with Johnny when he comes in here because he says it's like electricity. And electricity is what we need as a society to survive. So, why should and his argument was the clearest case for government ownership of AI labs. And it talks about, Google and Facebook became the most profitable companies on earth because of one number. The marginal cost of adding a new user was effectively zero. Think about that for a moment, right? So as they kept adding folks, to their platforms, the costs never went up, right? So they were able to serve 1 billion people, and the incremental cost of that 1 billion people was actually a rounding error. Well, AI breaks that model completely when you think about it, because every single user taxes a CPU, a GPU, and it costs electricity, means it's sucking power out of Roofy's neighborhood, Billis's neighborhood, everybody's neighborhood, and it is doing that at massive scale. So there's an argument to be made that should private companies own the AI models, or should government? Because you think about it, right? Or you think about the interstate highways on the planet. You know, interstate highways are owned by government, which is owned by state, that allows humans to connect to one place to the other. And it's actually quite interesting to me because he raises some very valid points. Good morning, Sully. Google, Microsoft Outlook charges a nominal fee for more space. This is true. But it's actually fascinating because he says that, you know, when you look at the interstate highway system, if the federal government built the roads and two companies transported all the goods on them, a logical question at that point would be, how much of that should I own? Because you are riding on my rails. So think about that. I'm riding on your rails. How much should I own? How much should you pay? So there's a big question today. Should AI be owned by government? Right. And it's fascinating because we have very much used the comparison of AI to the internet, when in reality, it's probably a much different situation. So yes, Jimmy, I got the clip there, but we're not going to bother running it. I just I went through it with the gang there as well. So hey, so Jim, oh yeah, good. You got the WTF is there as well. Hey, Kai, let's run that clip on the AI story. Let's do it.
So the AI giants wrote Congress, screen DNA orders. Translation, don't let a laptop order smallpox like it's DoorDash.
Yeah, DNA companies already kind of check. But voluntary doesn't cut it when AI makes biodesign easier for idiots and villains.
The bill would force rules, verify buyers, flag risky sequences, keep records. Helpful until bad actors go global and regulation moves at government speed.
He is. I see him joining us here in a couple moments. We got Johnny Anderson joining us in the room there. Hey guys, I also I found a clip here that I wanted to throw on the table. Some scientists let a bunch of agents loose on a society. They let Grok, they let ChatGPT, and they let they let Anthropic run society all by themselves. And I'm going to find it because society went shits out of control when they turned it over to all the different agents. But while I'm looking for that, let's bring the young man himself in. His name is John Anderson. What the hell was that?
You know, this reminds me of that being put together a few minutes before it was supposed to go on. That was not planned the night before.
Catching Jimmy in his situation.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're doing that the night before, you're thinking, no, I can't let this one go. But if you're on a time crunch, this is what I got. Here you go.
I love it. How are you, man? What's shaking today?
I'm good. Woke up for my alarm, which I didn't expect because I was fucking tired yesterday.
Yeah.
With a good training, good pickleball, good overall day. And I said I'm tired, but not as tired as I thought I was going to be, which is actually a really good sign.
There you go.
Yeah, my sleep has been good.
Yeah. Well, you crushed a couple 11-hour days there.
And those were great, but you know the key is you got to follow it up.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yes.
If you have 2 good nights sleep and then you go back to shallow,
it's like
you
a bad
lose that real quick.
Yeah, it's like a bad golf shot, eh? You take a good shot and then you follow it up by a horrible one. And you're like, okay, well
that's right. You gain 1, lose 5.
Just horrible. Just the fucking worst sport that way, right? You're feeling all great about yourself. You get behind it. You fucking hit it. And you're like, oh, really? That's just not very good. Hey, Peptide Desk, second hour, Johnny. We're going to get into Epitelon. That's going to be the conversation today. And I got to be honest with you, man. I may be feeling the age of 54, and I'm not really kind of liking it.
Explain.
Yeah, I will actually. I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming 54. I feel like I'm feel like I'm not, and I'm maybe exaggerating a little bit, or I don't know, but I feel like I'm not as strong as I used to be. I feel like I'm going to use the word, like, I feel like I'm fat, even though I'm not fat. I'm feeling like I'm feeling like I am, and not in a negative way. I see your comment there, Neiman. I just don't feel like I'm in my 40s, and maybe because we've been talking pep. Like, dude, I'm fucking signing up. Like, I got to get onto this fucking train because I feel like I think I'm aging backwards.
Well, here's the question.
Yeah,
is it just today, or is it like a trend?
No, it's been building, dude. It's been building up. It's been 100% building up. Yeah, and it's in my brain too. And I live in a gym, and I love training. Here's what happens: I hear Carter on the other side of the floor getting after it and fucking lifting heavy. And it triggers these things in my brain. I'm like, oh, I got to do that. I got to do that. And then I go lift some big weights, and I don't feel as strong as I used to. And it's just life, man. I'm not complaining. I'm just observing. And then I see guys like Bezos out there. I'm like, fuck, man, that guy's jacked at 60, looking like a fucking rock star. I'm on the wrong path right now.
But that's a headline right there, brother.
I know. I put it out there on purpose, actually, because there's men that will chase that headline for the wrong reason. So,
but what you got to also understand is that, and what I'm getting at is, yes, it's a headline, but you don't know all the shit that he's doing to get there. You're not doing that.
Exactly. But that's why I put it out there because, and that's why I want to keep having these peptide desk conversations, John, because you're right. Somebody sees the headline, they see a guy walking through the crowd. Oh, and then all of a sudden they jump to a conclusion. So, but I can see, like I said, I'm curious. I'm fascinated. I want to feel stronger. I feel like I want some vitality back. I don't know. It's just aging, brother. Yeah, aging, I guess.
You said I'm aging reverse. What did you mean by that?
I don't feel as strong as I used to be. Does that make sense to you?
But how is that reverse? That's what happens.
Oh, I think that's just a mental thing for me, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to 35 to get stronger. I'm actually only going to be older next year. Right. I think it's purely it's illogical mental situation.
Anderson. I guess because I digested aging in reverse, meaning you're getting younger, which we would having a different conversation.
Well, no, I wish I was aging younger. I feel like I'm
you need to be reverse aging.
Yeah. I want to be chasing my 20s and 30s again instead of chasing my 60s and 70s again. Right. So even though, you know what I mean? So it's like,
are you still not eating until midday?
No, I sometimes. I know I can probably eat more for sure. Yeah. It depends on, and I say sometimes because it depends on how active I am and how big.
Let me ask you a quick question on that level.
Yeah.
So you're trying to compare build aging, reverse aging, right?
Yes.
Compare that to like building a fire, right? Would you consider that's a reasonable comparison? You got to build your fire back up.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
How the fuck do you expect to do that when you're not putting any fucking logs on it?
Oh, hey, brother. I know me. So, I'm sharing with you this because this is like my journey towards this conversation. Because you're bang on it. Sometimes I need to go through these. It's like when I met AJ, right? I need to go through these moments in my own brain, my own journey to be reminded. Because you're absolutely correct. How can I build a fire if there's no fucking wood on it? And Whitaker, Whitaker, listen, man, I'm certainly not comparing. It's actually comparing my own mirror. Because you know what? I felt like I was like the best phase of my life in my mid 40s, Anderson. 45, 46, 47.
Well, our man's got you because you fucking, all you did was look at Bezos. That's not looking at yourself.
Oh, no. So hold on. I was looking at the news this morning for our show and he just popped up. So his name was in my head. So no, I could give a fuck if it was Bezos or Feldman or whoever. I don't give a shit. He just happened to be in my news feed this morning and I knew we were talking Epitillon and peptide desk. No, this is very much my own self, like chasing my 40s again, right? Going, oh, fuck, I want to be my 40s again.
Well, I think what you have to do this again, that would almost be chasing Bezos because you're never going to be able to get your 40s again.
That's fair. Yeah, 100%.
You need to chase the better 50.
Yeah, and then the better Keith 50. And I get that. Yes, the better Keith 50, right? The better Keith 55, right? So, and you know what it is, Anderson? I look at my peers. I pride myself, like you do, doing shit that others don't do. I pride myself on, quote unquote, leading my peers around me. And maybe I feel like right now, maybe I'm not a little bit. I feel like I have an opportunity to do that. Maybe I feel like some responsibility to do that.
I think I agree with that, but I think it's also one step deeper is that you're not leading yourself.
No, that's exactly correct. Because here's the other thing, brother. Like I'm so grateful for what I have on the other side of this wall here. It's like a facility that a lot of people would love, and I fucking love spending time down here. And I think I can do a better job of taking care of myself in the kitchen, up here, and in here, and it's these constant conversations, right?
Yeah, it's there'll be I think we've talked about it before. I think the hardest thing that you're going to have to the balance of it is what the hardest part is, and what I mean by that is it's the recovery versus the activity. That is the pivotal piece. Without that, you'll continue to do, no matter what you do, if you don't get that balance right, you'll continue on the path that you're doing. You could take all the TRT and peptides and eat this and eat that.
Yeah.
All you're doing is you're throwing some brush on the fire. So it goes back away. Yeah. But the balance is the key. You know what I mean? Because it's like, think like this. We train, we live hard, so we break down.
Yes.
Right? So see my fingers in the middle of the screen. We break down.
Yeah.
The idea then is to break down. Then the idea to the middle then is to rebuild, right? Then break down.
Yes.
Rebuild, break down, rebuild. Pretty soon I'm off the screen.
Yes.
But if you sit here and you just do this, you never fucking go anywhere.
You know what it is? So I'll tell you a few things. This is for the record. This is so fucking. However we want to use the word therapeutic for me. I was eager to have this chat today. I believe I was having.
I'm a therapist, brother. Right?
I know. You and Zeglin are both my therapists. I was having this conversation with AJ. We went for a walk a couple weeks ago, and I said that, and I think a lot of this has to do with maybe my relationship with myself, but also with you. I've never felt more confident having this kind of conversation because I feel like I have a brother, I have a best friend, I have somebody who loves me next to me, who I can talk with, who can educate me, who can challenge me, who's just not a doctor, who doesn't have a different interest in mind. Do you follow what I mean? And I feel like I can really have an educated conversation with this, and learn what I want to learn, and then be able to make my own decisions.
Well, I think as you categorize AJ and myself, right?
Yeah.
Call us therapists, if you will.
Yeah.
What I would rather say is I'm someone who I'm either a friend or someone that has hired me.
Yes.
To be fucking honest.
Well, 100%. That's what I mean. Like I feel confident. It's a compliment because I feel confident. Like I feel confident that I'm getting the right knowledge, the right information. I feel confident having this conversation. I know I can do better for myself as a human being. I believe right now on my journey as I'm, looking middle of June, middle of 2026, right? I had a trust meeting with my advisors yesterday. It was like a reflecting day yesterday, right? I was like, okay, middle of the year, where are we at? And maybe that's kind of what this is too, Anderson. I'm like, okay, I can do better for myself. I know I can. You do the same thing. I know. I've known you long enough now. You have your things, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm letting myself down a little bit, and I can do better about that.
Yeah,
right?
that's a tough one for sure.
Yeah. Well, no,
because if you're active, even if you're just taking a little fucking step every day, but you're active, you don't feel that way.
No, don't misunderstand that. I think so. Here's what it is. Maybe it's as simple as this. I know I can do better for my own.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're not actively in pursuit of that better in a way that's making you feel like
that's it. Correct. Yeah.
Because you keep talking about this shit, but you're not doing it.
Yeah. So maybe I'm 99% there, but I know in my own life I've been better at it, and right now I feel like I'm not as good at it as I could be. And this is how I've been my whole life, brother.
Decision, bitty step. Now all of a sudden those feelings go away because the bitty step take it all away.
Yeah.
Without the bitty step and without the decision, you're just doing this.
That's it. Yeah.
And that's a hard thing for guys like us to swallow.
Well, interesting to see when you said us, because we go through it, right? Because I know what to do. I know everything I'm doing. I know how to do everything. But I also know myself and my journey through life. I go through these things. I'm like, okay. It's like, okay, I'm in this pivot now. I need to make some adjustments. You talk about
here's an interesting thought. You recognize your own pattern. The
yeah.
key is not to fucking waste more of your life in the pattern.
Well, and that's why I'm talking exactly. No, you're bang on, Brent. So hence the conversation over the last little while here, because I don't want to be talking about this in November, December, right? It's like, okay, I'm awareness now, middle of June. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's do something about it. Right. Yep. So I am doing something about it. It's and the good thing about this show is we can talk about it. Right. And lead.
So tell me, what are you doing about it? Let's hear it.
I'm going to keep having conversations with you about it, and probably have conversations with you after the show about it.
Conversations? What about I'm the guy that just gets shit done?
I joke.
Is that keep having conversations? So the guy that's wants to keep having the conversation, you're like, no, that's not the way it works. You turn that mirror on yourself, as you say.
Yeah, I joke. No, I'm doing something about it for sure. And, and it all starts obviously here, and it starts with educating. But I absolutely can do better for myself, and I'm eager to do better for myself. And I love being better for myself because I get so much joy out of being good to myself. Good morning, everybody. Hanging out with Keith and John on Mornings and Live with Keith, John, and friends. Hey, Johnny. So, a quick question for you. So, we're obviously living like in an AI crazy world right now. It's everywhere. There's an argument
quick question on the AI thing.
Yeah,
you hear a lot of because I'm always watching. I love to listen to people that have been like Ray Dow would be a perfect example.
Yeah.
Any of these types that have been in the markets for a fucking long time. They've seen shit. They've seen the patterns. They recognize shit. Started to hear a lot of buzz about the AI bubble.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you say, yeah, my company's AI. Okay, you got $1 billion valuation. Let's take it to the stock market. Almost like the .com.
That's exactly what it has been. You're bang on, brother. You're absolutely correct.
So is it, is it going to, do you think it's going to have that same, because if you look at like use the stock market as the metric, that fucking AI bubble was just like this.
Oh, 100.
We're dealing with another one of those right now, and AI is driving the fucking market. Do you think that it's going to be a lot of these guys, these high level people are talking about how it very possibly can do the same thing with AI? What do you think?
I do think that there's going to be a correction at some point in the market, Johnny, about this. Yes, I do think. And you look at, let's face it, man, you take SpaceX, Chat, OpenAI, and Anthropic all going public. That's a lot of money coming out of the market for three companies that, people only have so much money to invest in stuff.
Dude, on that SpaceX thing, I watched something last night. I don't know how true it is. I got to do more research on it.
Yeah.
But their big master plan is to be, putting fucking data centers in fucking space and selling this shit on Earth.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
They're the only ones that are they're the only fucking circus in town that's doing it.
Yeah, well, Bezos is racing up. There's a few of them racing up there, but yeah, there's no question that Elon and the gang are leading that charge and putting space and putting data centers up there. Yes. Yeah.
Holy Christ.
I know.
You hear about colonizing Mars, but fuck, that's almost like a secondary thing. The first one is to get these fucking data centers and start fucking selling this shit. That's what's going to drive that whole company.
Yes. Well, so and there's some are suggesting, so Chamath, I can't pronounce his last name, but Chamath is used to be part of PayPal with Elon. He runs a podcast called All In now. Johnny, he talks about AI should be owned by government. His argument is we're not going to run it there, clip. His argument is that because like electricity, it impacts all of us as human beings. It's unlike the internet. AI needs to be owned by government. Think about the interstate. Think about electricity. Right. We need electricity. We need interstate to connect communities. And his argument is that, these tools need to be owned by government, not by private corporations. And it's actually interesting to put it that way because I never really thought about it that way, actually.
Yeah, I mean, God, you can, if you think about that, it's like, think of all the different things that, you know, governments have started to take ownership of that has really fucking held humanity back in terms of just like,
absolutely,
like electricity.
Yes.
Right? I mean, fuck, look how that works.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like, maybe electricity is the wrong example, but there's all these things, call it municipalities, right? And, you know, like we had the conversation about having a hard time getting approvals on things outside the municipalities because then you're outside the system. You're not on the subscription. If AI is the same thing, that could be a huge handicap.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
I mean, it's like the Amish have somehow avoided that.
Yes.
Right? But everybody else is not. Well, so if AI is that same model, does that make sense?
It does. I certainly can see the argument for governments owning this infrastructure.
It's a pretty weak comparison, but that's the only thing I can think of.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, think about how much power the government would have if they were the only ones that could own it.
No question. And I believe you, like me, unless I've misunderstood you greatly since getting to know you the last couple of years, I don't believe in much government control, and I don't believe you do either. So I don't really, like, I'm a capitalist by heart. I fucking free market capitalism, and I know you are too. However, you know, maybe there is something to be said for, you know, government owning the AI instead of private corporations. You know, it's an interesting argument. But I'll tell you what, you talk about data centers, Johnny. There's a company called Reflect Orbital that's actually creating sunlight on demand from space. Kai, let's run this clip.
A startup wants to sell sunlight at 9 p.m. Finally, Insomnia gets a subscription plan.
They're putting mirrors in space because apparently night wasn't working hard enough.
5-kilometer beam, adjustable brightness, full moon to your neighbor hates you daylight.
Solar farms love it. Birds, brains, and anybody trying to sleep are filing complaints.
The pitch is disaster zones and remote work sites. The problem is, biology didn't attend the investor meeting.
Melatonin, testosterone, brain cleanup, all that quiet maintenance happens when the world shuts the hell up.
So here's the question. If a startup could delete the night, would you let them? Let's talk about this.
Johnny, imagine this, man. So there's 260,000 people. This company's got millions in venture capital. When I see people, 260,000 inquiries about this. So here's the pitch. A satellite constellation with ultra-thin reflective mirrors redirecting sunlight. A 5-kilometer beam, adjustable from full moon to peak daylight. And if you're out backpacking, you're out in the middle of nowhere, you can essentially, narrow in this light and come right down on your space. Now, scientists are pushing back. Astronomers are saying it's a room observation. Ecologists are saying it's going to disorientate migrating birds and break nocturnal ecosystems. And then sleep scientists are saying it's going to fuck human circadian rhythms up. But dude, productivity would go through the roof if all of a sudden light was on demand everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, it's because now we're getting into all of these different resources, like outside of our planet.
Yes, that's not natural to us. All of a sudden, like,
this reminds me of the thing with SpaceX that I was learning about.
Yeah.
These things these satellites they're putting in orbit are always going to be avoiding the Earth's shadow, so they're driven by the sunlight.
Yes.
And that's what keeps them running.
Yes. You're hanging out with Keith and John this morning in Morning Live with Keith, John, and friends. You know, Johnny, back to my conversation about 20 minutes ago. I believe in, correct me if I'm wrong, because I got to think there's men walking up to you that have a conversation like I did the way that I started it. I'm just not feeling like I feel like I want to feel different. Mm-hmm. I know it's kind of an ambiguous statement, but I imagine that there's a lot of men, I talked to like a week ago, that I think I represent, Anderson. A lot of men in our demographic that haven't discovered what you and others have, which is why my curiosity and why I'm like, I want to go make myself better as a human. I've been on this planet for 50 years. I know all the good things. I know the things to do. I know what to eat. I know how to sleep. But there's things that I know I can do better. I guess that's where I'm sorry that I keep coming back to this, but I guess that's what it's about.
But the first thing that I say is that you think you know how to do a lot of these things. You think that eating and not eating till noon is helping you.
Yes, that's fair. 100% fair comment.
That's part of the problem is the common knowledge that you've gathered that you think you know is incorrect.
Yeah, no argument there. No argument there. What I mean by just wanting to get better. Like I guess that's kind of what I keep coming back to, right? Is that
so your common knowledge is it's common knowledge, which is usually not correct.
Yeah.
And then you're not stepping.
Say that again.
You're not stepping. You're standing. You want this, but you're not actively in pursuit. That's a huge part of how you feel.
Oh yeah, because I'm doing.
As soon as you go in pursuit, a lot of this starts to drift away.
Yeah.
Because you're as we talk about, you're having conversations, you're talking your way through this.
Yeah.
In actuality, your identity is I'm just the guy who gets shit done. So this whole thing is you have a conflict in your identity right now.
No, actually, I don't understand. No, because I think what you're discovering with me, you're discovering my decision-making process right now, actually. That's what you're discovering. So we're right now on the air with me and, like, as a friendship. You're actually discovering in the last few months my decision-making process. I get there because I'm a doer, but I also need to understand like you. I need to learn and understand and
what about all our conversations and taking the first step and figuring out what the second is based on first? Is all that, do you not believe all that?
Oh no, I believe all of that. 100%. Yeah.
And why are you delaying the first step? You know this pattern. You know this pattern also gets you feeling this way. Yes. You have to sit there and discover. So again, you're asking me a question. I'm trying to tell you.
No, I don't think I'm delaying it. No, I don't think I'm delaying it at all. I just haven't paused enough to say, hey, I want to go make some different changes to my life. That's all. I haven't.
But you've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah, but I haven't gone down to get blood work done. I haven't made some certain steps that I have to that I believe I probably want to go get done. Right, and that's just
again common knowledge.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of changes that can be made without getting a fucking blood test. This is that part of you that's justifying standing still. No, again, you said to me, I'm coming to you. I'm telling you what I tell people like you.
You're misunderstanding me. So no. It's the way that I go about gathering knowledge, right? And it's do I need to go get a blood test? Probably not. I'm just going through all my.
I understand you're saying it's your way.
Yeah,
but you're saying you represent a lot of people that come to me.
Yes,
I'm trying to point out to you these patterns that you do is part of the problem.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with you, actually. I don't agree with you at all. Nope, I don't agree with you at all. No, because I have no problem executing. I get no problem executing.
And the fact that you're not executing is part of the thing that we're talking about.
No, I execute everything. I execute everything. I execute.
You're executing the common knowledge that you think is correct.
No, I don't. I don't agree with you at all. You are incorrect. 100% incorrect. I am.
My opinion is my opinion's incorrect. How can that be?
Well, your opinion on what you believe you know about me is incorrect, right? So I'm going about.
I'm just judging the fact that I'm the guy that gets shit done. I'm the guy that takes the first step. Yeah. The fact that that's not as prevalent as it should be is part of the problem.
Well, no, but you misunderstand. I just can't drive down to a store or to go see you to take that next step, right? So I know what I want.
What's it?
100%.
What's this right here? Hey,
dude, there's no question about that. But that's what I'm saying, right? I have been on my journey, and now I'm like, okay, I'm on June 17th now. Perhaps I should make a phone call, right? So, but it's just been, I haven't had fucking time to have a shit, let alone call and look in the old mirror to take it. And that's
again, you're saying to me, I represent a lot of people, and you do.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I see this all the time, and this is the argument I hear all the time. You know, I have a lot of shit. Listen, I've got a lot of shit. Do I have no time? Is that really the case? Yes, you're busy.
I have no. So you're misunderstanding me. I have lots of time. I've just acknowledged. See, here's where you've misunderstood. I've just acknowledged now that I have all the time. Now it's time for me to go. Right? It's like, okay,
I'm going to go talk about how busy you were.
No, I'm busy all the time. I'm busy accomplishing things, and I'm not complaining about it, right? It's now that, okay, I got so many. So it's just like, you said a few months ago, you've been just adjusting your schedule and playing things here and playing things there. It's the same thing for me right now, which is okay. I'm
not thinking about it. I'm actively testing.
But so am I. You don't know. You don't know if I'm going to bed earlier or going to bed or changer. So this is part of my process to test to get to where I need to get to. I feel like right now there's more things I can do that I'm not doing, which can make me better. And I believe
that's my point exactly. You're not doing what you're not doing is part of the problem. That's my whole argument right now.
Yeah. Well, no, but I am doing, because we're talking about
you're talking exactly. There's things you can do and you're not physically doing them. So that's part of the problem. That's the whole premise to what I'm saying.
No, I don't. I got to be honest, man. I don't agree with you.
Just so you understand, all I'm doing is in this conversation, taking the words you're saying and turning them back against you. That's all I'm doing.
No, so here's where I think you're being too literal, actually, because you're not understanding that this is part of my journey to get there, like many other people, right? So sometimes people need to converse.
Totally. You come to me to find a better way.
Right. But sometimes people have to have conversations before they make the phone call. Right.
Sometimes people have conversations way too long.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I won't disagree with that. No question about it.
You're saying your question to me was, I represent a lot of people.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying. What do you say to me? This is what I say.
Yes. 100%. But there'll be other people that won't even get to where I'm at. They'll just never do anything about it. They'll just
We're not talking about other people. We're talking about people like you.
Yes. But you don't know what I'm going through on a daily basis. So you don't know whether I'm making the decision or not making the decision. So as I gather my facts and information, right, before I make the phone call to say, I want to make some changes, right? It's just how we all make decisions in our life.
Yeah. And again, I'm just trying. You're saying, what do I say?
Why haven't you bought the airplane yet? Buy the airplane. Because you don't have the knowledge yet. You're not ready to buy the airplane.
Because I took the action, I flew one, and I realized I actually feel differently about it. I took the action and I flew one. Right. I'm not thinking about it. I took the action and I flew one.
But you don't know the actions that I'm taking on this side of the floor here, which says that, okay, these actions aren't working.
Well, you just got done saying, I know there's things I can be doing, I'm not doing.
There's things that I'm interested in that I know that I could be doing, which is what we're talking about.
Well, there's a little different the way, again, all I'm doing, brother, is taking what you're saying and bringing it back to you. And you keep saying, no, you don't understand. I'm not making any interpretations of what I can't see. I'm talking about only what you're saying in this conversation.
Yeah, no,
and this is very, very common, just so you know.
Yes. Oh, but here's where I think you're too literal, though. I mean serious though, because you don't know you don't know what I'm going through to get me here.
You're correct,
right?
But you're correct. But again, the things that you set up to this point, I know there's things I could be doing and I'm not doing them.
Right. So I need to educate myself. So hold on. I believe there are things, and I'm learning about things that I could be doing that could help me get better. Right. So, but I need to educate myself so I can perhaps make those decisions to get better. Right. So because they're not just go jump off.
So you're going to invest a little deeper in your common knowledge.
Yeah, I want to learn. I want to keep learning, right? Which is what I'm doing with you.
Common knowledge is what got you right here, right now. You want to get outside the common knowledge. So that's the whole point of this, correct?
I don't follow you. Sorry?
You're going to do more research, right?
Yeah, I want to learn a little more. Yes, 100%. Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
So the idea of the research,
yes,
you're looking to come to somebody like me to get outside your research of the common knowledge.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, what I see is the fact that I don't know what you're doing. And you can research all until the cows come home.
Yes.
But we both know, because you've said it in this conversation multiple different times in different languages.
Yes.
There's things that you can be doing that you're not. Let's just make an example of, we've had multiple conversations about eating before noon.
Yes.
That's coming straight from me.
Yes.
Definitely a problem. And we've talked about it multiple times. You're still doing it for the most part, as you say. So there are things that you know you should be doing and you're not. And that these are your words.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Okay. So there's part of the problem. Again, you said I represent a lot of people, and you do.
Yes.
And so I'm telling you, I have this conversation often. You're fighting me a little bit more than most of them, for sure. But I'm telling you, from the outside looking in, I see part of what's going on is the fact that you're not stepping, and that's part of what's got you feeling the way that you are.
Right. So as simple as eat before noon every single day. That's one step that will help you stop feeling like the way you're feeling.
You've taken a step. You're not researching anymore.
Yeah. No, because I know that. I know.
So, yeah, I'm trying to answer your question.
Yes.
What do I say to the guy like you? You represent a lot of people. Are you ready? I'll say it again.
Yeah.
And so you can disagree again if you want to. You asked me to tell you what I would say in this situation, and I'll say it again. And I don't know if I should say it in a different language so you don't say, no, you don't understand. I'm not assuming anything. I'm going purely off. You remember, these conversations come, and I don't know people from Jack. So I can only use the information in the conversation, which is what I'm doing here. And that's it. You're there. The fact that you're researching and you're doing this and you're doing that, and this is a pattern you've done in your life. And not that it's a bad thing. You've done some great things, but that pattern can be better. You can be stepping. Yes, there are areas where you want to research. There's areas that you don't need to research, but you're not doing them. That's part of the problem.
For example, you're saying like the not eating part in the morning.
Yeah, there are things you should be doing and you're not doing them. That's part of the problem.
Right.
Now,
right.
You can disagree and tell me I don't understand again.
No, that's a fair comment. Yeah. So,
but brother, what do you think I've been through this whole "no, you don't understand" thing? What do you think I've been trying to convey to you? It's just all I'm doing is saying what you're telling me in this conversation, pointing out some things that have you feeling this way.
Yes. Yeah.
Goodness gracious, stubborn little son of a bitch.
Good morning.
Just so you know, if you were a potential client, I would have said, you know what, you're not ready. When you're ready to actually listen to someone that can see what's going from the outside in, I'm here. But right now, you don't see it.
Talk to me. Okay, go there. What do you mean?
Again, let's just pretend we don't know each other.
Yeah.
All I've done is talk to you about things in this conversation. That's my only knowledge base, right? Not everything else I know about you.
Yes.
And that's it. So when you give me information and I show you that information is part of your problem and you argue with me, you're not ready.
Rico, okay, let's move on.
Well, I'm just letting you know, what would I say to the guy like you? That's what I would say.
Yeah, so I don't know if when you say you're not ready, yeah, I don't know. What's that?
Well, because
Rico's going.
If I would point something like this out, you're right. I could be doing that. Your mind starts to open. You haven't given me any opening. You just keep telling me I don't understand.
Well, no. That's not fair. That's not fair. So,
just funny side notes.
Yeah.
Almost every time you open your mouth when it's your turn to speak, it's starting off with no.
Well, no.
I mean, literally, does that not there's not even any like neutral zone in this conversation as you start to address what I've said. It's just bat it down, defend, bat it down, defend.
Well, maybe it's because I'm not understanding some of the things you're asking me or you're suggesting. That could be it too.
The last thing I've said was so simple. We made an exact example about not eating before noon. You know you're not supposed to do it. You continue to do it. So the things that you know that you should be doing that you're not is part of how you feel the way you feel.
Yes.
That's all I'm trying to fucking say. And you keep telling me no. So you're not ready.
Billis is eating before noon today on morning this morning when he goes.
You see what I mean? When I say you're not ready, you're not ready your mind is not ready to open up and take on all this new shit. You're stuck inside what you do.
Yeah, you know what? That's I'm stuck inside what I do. My daily.
And I can't help that guy.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, come back.
Yes, yeah. To get out of that daily loop. Hey, guy.
You, brother, I got to tell you, you'd be a fucking terrible lawyer.
Hey, Jimmy, what the F is this, man? We got some people with a sport that we're going to put on the screen this morning with Keith and John. And because we're always looking for new sports in the world.
What was that first one?
Rico, eyes on screen for this one.
What is he holding?
It's a horse head, Johnny. It is actually horse riding.
I thought it was a fucking puppy. I was like, what is he holding on to?
It's organized.
They're all holding horse heads.
It's actually synchronized horse riding. So, you know when you go to the store to buy like a horse head? I know.
Wow.
Hey, we've said before, as long as people are moving, we congratulate folks for moving. But I don't
listen. I'm looking at thinking the activities they're doing are actually fairly vigorous. I'm just thinking, how does putting a horse between your legs make this interesting?
Oh, but why? Why? Oh my God! Yeah, that's
let's just say that you were once a fucking horse lover and you fell off and you broke your fucking neck and you can never ride a horse again. And this is some sort of a foundation for those people. Let's go ride our horses. I get that. But something tells me these people don't fit that bill. Although the last thing where that lady was whoever was jumper on that fucking big, that was look at that. That's fucking impressive without the horse.
Oh, horse riding.
Dude, that was up there. That was at least to her chest or his chest.
I don't even know what to say. Hey, Johnny, I do tell you this, man. People are paying a lot of money to stand on the street for a parade in New York City. Sterling Preston, Jimmy, what's this all about?
New York waited 53 years. Now people pay strangers up to $800 to stand on Broadway at midnight and save a parade spot. It's Airbnb for sidewalk squares, Airtasker listings. $750 for 3 spots, midnight to 8 a.m., sold out before the confetti even loads. Mayor's doing a 600-ticket City Hall lottery, but capitalism said, nah. One person buys sleep, another sells it. That's the ambition tax.
So, buddy, $800 for a spot on the parade on the street. So if I want, so you're like, hey, Keith, I want to go watch the parade in New York City for the Knicks to celebrate the championship. I'm saying, yeah, I'll hold the spot for you for $800. Like, fuck, man, people are selling. I know, right?
Crazy, dude. Crazy. You know, the world has changed, man. God damn.
It's just the free market that, speaking of the world's changing, you and I were joking a few weeks ago about the price of oil going this. Well, the price of oil went like this over the last 24 hours, because of all the goofiness in the world there. So it's just maybe it's time to buy oil. It's funny because I had a meeting with my investors yesterday. Oil futures, Johnny, might be something to look for in the future. Buy some oil futures because there might be some opportunities coming up there. So no fun. That's not financial advice or peptide advice from Keith or John this morning. We are going to get to the peptide desk in a few moments here. We're going to talk Epitolon. You know, hey, here's something for you. Back to this shit, Johnny. So here's this fast, and I love this stuff, by the way. I fucking love it because it's brothers having conversation that you can't hear anywhere else.
Yeah, and realize real quick, this whole last fucking however many minutes we went back and forth is just like that fucking thing with the blind test. Yeah. You just argued that to the fucking floor.
I love it.
And then all of a sudden, 5 hours later, you realize, oh my goodness.
I love it. I love it. But you get this though, right? So here's what's fascinating about the world. So you live over here and I live on the other side of the road from you. Okay. So we both can see each other across the road. Yet and the road is America. I'm sorry. We got America, road, and then Russia. And it's like, okay, anybody in Russia, you guys can all take Epitolon and all these things, and it's all fine. And then on the other side of the road, oh no, that's all bad stuff. It's so fucking weird to me. And it's really weird for me here in Canada because I'm literally just over there from you, where it's like, okay, on that side of the fence, oh, this is the worst thing possible. On this side of the fence, it's a completely different point of view. Yet we're all human beings. It's bizarre to me, Anderson. It's actually bizarre because, again, my research Epitone. What's that?
One simple word will help understand the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's politics and business.
Well, that's 2 words.
Yeah. Well,
that's the one word. But you're totally on point. It's just what you said. This is just one step. It's
money, business, politics, however you want. Yeah, it's all of that, right?
It's all about fucking money, dude.
Well, because again, I was doing my Epitone research and fuck, man, and I'm learning, and I'm doing all my learning right now, and I'm like it's okay over there, and it's been okay over there forever, but yet over here it's like, whoa, it's just bizarre to me, man. And we're all human beings.
Well, I mean, if we are somehow running the world off of that premise, we're all human beings, we'd have a lot of different fucking rules and regulations.
I know. Listen, I know that's the most naive statement one can make. We're all humans, but it just like the argument really doesn't hold much water in many ways when you talk about a road, right? Because you can have Keith Canada, Keith Russia, both the same Keith. On the Keith Russia side, you're allowed to take Epitone, but yet in North America, it's like blah 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 blah. And I know I find some of the
that was part of the issue with American athletes, is that we're in this world of limitation when it comes to enhancements. All of the Eastern Bloc, man, they were like fucking the doors are wide open.
I know.
I mean, it was really tough to compete with that. Like,
I believe
some of the healing agents. Like, I remember, what was it? 2006 when I did my fucking knee, a terrible triad, ACL, missed all in one fucking swipe. And I should have. They were going to literally operate on me right there, but I was in denial. I was like, no, it can't be as bad as you say. The World Championships were fucking 3 weeks away. I'm like, 5 surgeries, no way I'm going. So I was like, I'm going to go talk to my surgeon, see what he says. He was like, he's telling me, oh yeah, you're fucked. So I was like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, point of being is, these guys gave me a bunch of, I have a fucking brain fart on what it was. It was this fucking healing agent that was like fucking next level for Octogen.
Okay.
It's called. And it was this, I mean, all of those Eastern Bloc athletes use it for injury. Like, they use a ton of it. And so they basically gave me a bunch, like, look, you're going to need this. And dude, it was unbelievable. It was fucking painful. I'll tell you that. It was like this waterish compound.
Yeah.
This huge fucking ampule, 5 cc ampule. And you had to put that whole thing close to what was healing.
Yeah.
Burned like a motherfucker, but I cannot tell you the speed of healing.
No shit.
Yeah. And so that's one simple example of probably, I don't know, tons.
Yeah.
So when an athlete has all this at their disposal from coaches and doctors, very difficult for a fucking American athlete to compete with that.
I believe that. So again, so forgive me for being naive. Is it just at the end of the day, purely down to, again, 2-word political business? So we're going to say it's okay over here, but there's just been no like what's the reason for all these years where U.S. North America was like, no, we can't do those agents. I'm not asking the question properly, and I know my naivety is getting in the way, but how
it goes back to that single word again. It all falls in the same category.
Just as simple as that, eh? It really is simple as that. I know, and I guess it is, and it is as simple as that. And it's incredible to me because you can do it over there.
Like when we would have it's pretty crazy. Like I remember Zajuna Savickas, when I was in, he was the top of the top.
Yes.
And he had his fucking doctor travel with him everywhere. And I mean, it was crazy. He'd be sitting in a fucking chair. This fucking guy would be doing all sorts of shit, getting him ready to go out to do an event. Fucking rubbing this cream here, putting this fucking solution, putting this cotton thing up his nose, giving him a fucking shot. I mean, he was like, there was this whole, none of us knew what the fuck he was doing. We just knew that what he was doing was working. And because his doctor from Latvia, he could travel where the fuck he wanted to, blah, blah, blah. And it was just a whole different, be like an NFL team that somehow didn't have the money to have a good training room. that team would never make it.
Yes. And if you're traveling with your doctor that has all the equipment and has license to have it all, then there's no questions being asked because your doctor. Yes.
Good. Yeah. I mean, he's whipping open.
Yeah.
It's like he's carrying a fucking suitcase. He whips that thing open. And it look, like in a little hotel, you got the little thing where you open up and you put your fucking bag on.
Yes.
That's what this thing was like. He'd have this little stand. He'd fucking put it right there. They'd always go kind of to the back corner of one of the athlete tents or room.
Yeah.
There's a little fucking stand up, open this fucking thing. And there was his little fucking workbench.
With who knows what was in every vial and every cream, but it worked, didn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, when it comes down to it, that's really what happens in high level athletics.
Yes.
It's they, like for example, very, very similar shit happens in the NFL locker room too, but it's not visible.
No, but of course. Yeah, there's a different locker room on the other side of the door. There's a different locker room. God damn that. There's a Toradol. I think it's called Toradol. I can't remember exactly. It's basically it's an anti-inflammatory. Yeah.
But it also has a really strong painkiller side effect.
Okay.
So it's considered anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the, before an NFL game, and I've never personally seen this, but I've known using the plate, and they're like, dude, you got 50 fucking guys in their jock straps in line because you never fucking know when you're going to get put in. And you could be, basically not play for a whole fucking quarter and be cold, and you got to go out there and run full fucking speed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody gets hurt, there's no fucking warm up,
Yeah.
So it's just at that level, that's what it takes.
Yeah, that is what it takes at that level. All right, listen, we're going to reset hour 2. We're going to do a lifestyle tip with Anderson. I know he's coming at me on the lifestyle tip. He's going to lean into the chitter chatter. He's like, I got something for Bills and a lifestyle tip. You got to fucking step and get moving.
Now I'll do it. Shit, I was going to leave that fucking thing alone. I thought you'd finally fucking succumb to the fact that you were being stubborn, and this is why you feel the way you feel, because your normal processes, and this is how I do it. Well, that's exactly why you feel the way you feel, because you're doing it the way you do it.
When you have people around you that keep you accountable, those are the people that you want to keep around you. My friend, my brother from another mother, John Anderson, coming up with a lifestyle tip. We're going to get back to hour 2, and we're going to have a little conversation about sleeping and then get into epitalon. John's going to teach me about it, as well as all of you in the research segment we call the peptide desk this morning. Plus a bunch of other crazy stuff. Oh, maybe we'll get even, Johnny, a long-term study maps how masturbation habits change from ages 19 to 50. All that and so much more next on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends.
All right, so basically, because Keith gave me a prompt, I'm going to jump on this. I was going to leave the little sucker alone, but, he looked like he wanted a little more. So here's the deal. We all have rhythms and patterns and, how we do things, as he said. And by all means, there may not be anything wrong with how you do things, but is it the best way for you to get where you want to go? That's the thing that people tend not to see, is that, the way you do it, you make progress, and, maybe there's a lot, maybe there's a little, but the bottom line is, that you need to change something, but you're stuck in these loops, your own little loops. And again, maybe there's nothing wrong with it. It just is not what you need to get where you want to go. And as we get older, what happens is these loops, in many cases, were for you 10 years ago, or these patterns, the way you do it. Well, as we get older, we have to develop new ways of how we do it. And so for some of us, Billis, it's very difficult to recognize that we're caught, basically stuck in our own way. And that's the easiest way to put it. Are you getting in your own way for maximizing who you are today? Because very good possibility, Keith is a prime example. His way, his loop, the way he does it, at one point served him very fucking well. He's a successful fucking dude. But now there's a question. Is the way he does it the best way for him to get where he wants to go now in his 50s? And that was the conversation. So that literally is the model. So really the question you got to ask yourself is, are you stuck in your own way? Are you doing things that once worked for you that are not now? And you keep repeating this, thinking it's going to work, and maybe it's working less, or maybe it's not working at all. But you have to be honest with yourself to realize, you know what, that worked before, it doesn't work now, and I need to get out of my own way so that I can adapt some new patterns and some new knowledge, some new loops. So the question is, because remember, these lifestyle tips have been all about questions. Are you in your own way? And Keith, right now, brother, I'm talking to you. Rock and roll.
He's right. He's right. He's right. I am absolutely in my own way, 100%. And sometimes you need people like that in your life, like my brother, John Anderson. Hey, guys, are you in your own way? 100%. Because you know what? I woke up this morning over the last few days and I recognize that I am in my own way. And today on June 17th, I'm having the conversation in front of all of you with Johnny. And I can tell you guys right now, I am going to make every effort to stop getting in my own way and keep moving forward. And that's why we do the show, you guys, to share our stories, share our journey, share our challenges, share the ups and the downs, because maybe you are going through some of these as well. So I invite you along the ride with me as I share my journey through life. And sometimes, as John said, man, the biggest challenge we have is your own mirror standing in your own way. And you know what? Clearly, and John is right, man. I am standing in my own way. And sometimes you need somebody else to call you out on that one. So, hey, we're going to keep the show on the road. Why men who sleep the least earn the most. And then we're going to get into the peptide desk. We're going to talk more about Epitelon and a bunch of other great stuff coming up on the big show that we call Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends.
I slept 3 hours, answered 47 emails, and forgot my password. That's leadership, baby. No, that's your brain filing an HR complaint. You're not grinding, you're glitching. Relax. I made money. I solved problems. I only became airport coffee emotionally. 6 hours for 2 weeks can hit your brain like 2 days awake. That's not a flex. I slept 9 hours. I woke up happy, stretched, and remembered where my pants were. Short sleep hits testosterone, heart risk, and decision-making. Tommy won custody of his nervous system. Men who sleep least may earn most. But if you're dead inside, congratulations, dumbass. Let's start the deep dive conversation.
Yeah, appreciate you guys sticking out with me and Johnny for the big conversation here today. Rico, sorry if we bored the hell out of you. But hey, maybe, just maybe the conversation you heard us having is one that you are having with yourself. Maybe it's one you've been thinking about having with yourself. Maybe it's been one you've been having with friends. You're like, And maybe, me putting myself out there today spurs you to go, I'm kind of feeling the same way, right? So, and I got to be honest, I'm really glad that John said the things that he said. We sometimes need somebody to remind us, right? And John's bang on, 100%. I will be the first person to admit it. I have been standing in my own way, and sometimes we need a kick in the ass to perhaps get ourselves out of it. So appreciate to my brother for doing that one. And because I know, and the reason I put this topic on the table was as much, Nation, I'm sorry to say it, was for me. Because I can do a better job sleeping as well. I was really committed to my sleep patterns a few months ago. I got away from it, true story, as the lever was being pulled onto a different side of the business. And I can see that it's coming back to bite me in the ass a little bit. So, while I continue down the discussions with Johnny around peptides and everything else, it's, sleep is certainly one that I am going to focus much more on. Than I can, because I certainly know, and it's funny how John said the loop we get into, right? The habits we get into, and getting out of our own way. I can do and not just talking about it. I was in bed earlier last night. I've been working on getting to bed earlier. Johnny, thanks, man. A great tidbit, and you nailed it. You called me out. It was perfect, because that's exactly what sometimes we need that, though. Like, honestly,
you're good at you're like the government, dude. You'll like waste money to prove you're right.
Yeah, I'm like a masochist.
It's like I think to myself, man, this would be a dude if I was trying to negotiate business with. I would be, nope, ain't gonna happen, because once this little guy gets up in his head, I can't shake him loose.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about sleep.
And real quick, I was actually thinking about that. You told me a story. You were trying to close a deal, and I'm remembering just fragments. But it was basically you were really dead set on something, and then Mo was kind of like, "Hey, what's important here?"
Yes,
it was like you were having one of these moments.
Yes.
These moments, I'll tell you, Lauren, if you deal with these moments in your relationship, I feel for you, because Jesus Christ. When a guy asks for advice and then is not open-minded enough to hear the answers, fuck me.
We got Holroyd coming in saying you need some Epitolon to reset your circadian rhythm. Johnny, let's talk sleep, man. So you came in a couple days ago, said you grabbed 2 11-hour days. How many did you get last night?
I think I was asleep by probably 7:30, and I woke up about 3:15.
Did you really notice the difference between your other 2 days?
Well, the main thing is for me is if I know that my rhythm is where it needs to be if I'm waking up before my alarm.
Yeah.
My alarm is waking me up, I've fallen behind.
Oh yeah, okay, sure enough.
And that's the true gauge. And when I mean waking up, I'm waking up and I'm ready to get up. Not waking up like, oh fuck, how much time do I have? Does that make sense?
It does. Absolutely does. Yeah.
So I think it has, of course, there's the time, but more important, the quality is what makes the difference.
Of the sleep.
And I was in a streak of poor quality sleep for a while. And that's what did it to me.
You know what? And I think that's where my challenge has been a little bit lately as I reflect with you. My quality of sleep has been somewhat poor. My brain's been messy. I've just been so active, like pulling levers on the business side, not excuses, just life right now. Yeah. And I recognize that this is, again, back to this whole show conversation. This is where I'm falling down right now too. I can do better at this. I have to do better at sleeping.
One of the things that you could do that just for sleep alone is you got to get rid of the phone in your face as you're laying in bed, because that's releasing cortisol. Yeah. Yes. And cortisol is basically telling your body, okay, are you going to run or are you going to fight? Yeah. Both of which are not conducive to sleep
at all.
What you got to do is you got to get into you got to climb into a gratitude rabbit hole. Yeah. Which your phone is not helping you do. You got to basically disconnect from your phone, and you got to start thinking about your life. Look at Lauren, think about Lauren, your kids, go into how fucking lucky you are, because that releases the brain chemistry that will put us to sleep.
Yes. Yeah.
And because here's the thing, the joke that I make is whatever rabbit hole you put yourself down to go to sleep, that's where you're going to be for the next 7 to 8 hours. Yes. So you put yourself down, you work with that phone in your face till you fall asleep. Guess what your brain's doing?
Yeah, no, that's a good reminder, brother. That's a great reminder, because if it's the last thing your eyes see before you go to sleep, it's that's a very fair comment, actually. Yeah, very fair comment. It's interesting too, right? Because we all know it, yet it's the hardest thing to do. And I love your example all the time, setting. And so I do set an alarm for bedtime. I absolutely do. My watch, my phone goes, hey, it's time to go to bed. And some days I'm good at it, some days I'm not. And I know that I can be better at it. Right. And that's just that's certainly a piece that I have complete control over, and I can get better at. So, all right, let's get to this one, man. I want to get into this one. Kai, we're going to move over to the peptide desk. Let's run the opener. And yes, we got the intro for peptides, guys. Intro conversation. This is going to be purely research and discussion. Keith and Johnny, Epitolon, the peptide desk, coming up right now on the big show.
Welcome to the Peptide Desk.
Yeah.
Today, we will talk about Epitelon, one of the most talked about compounds in the longevity world.
If you've heard wild claims, relax. We're not doing hype, we're doing clarity.
Here's the plain framing: what it is, why people care, what's real, and what's noise.
John's gonna walk it through from the ground, what he saw, what surprised him, and what he'd warn you about.
Disclaimer, this next part is John's personal experience, observations, not scientific proof, not medical advice.
Treat it like a field report, not an endorsement. Different bodies, different risks. Use judgment and get qualified guidance before decisions.
That was a phenomenal disclaimer, brother.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
That was very good. I love the creativity as well.
Yeah, yeah. So,
you can see the gay boys weren't fucking smiling like when they're talking about cocks.
So welcome to the Peptide Desk. Today's compound, Epitelon, Johnny. Full name, alanine glutamal aspartyl glycine. 4 amino acids, the synthetic version of a peptide your pineal gland already makes. What is it? A synthetic tetrapeptide developed in Russia in the 80s by Dr. Vladimir Kavinson at the St. Petersburg Institute of Bioregulation. What it is not: a sleep drug, not a sedative, not a melatonin pill. It is an upstream of melatonin, a regulator of the system that produces it. And John, before I throw to you, why ambitious men take it, it's about what happens when you burn the night. Epitelon is the most discussed peptide in the longevity stack because it touches the same biology you're burning: telomeres, pineal output, and sleep architecture. Johnny, dumb it down, simplify it, brother. Epitelon, the benefits of it, how is it used? How does one take it? Let's get into it.
It's a little misunderstood because it does help with sleep, but it's kind of like a side effect, is what I find.
Okay.
I mean, granted, when I say side effect, it's not like DSIP would be something it's for delta sleep, right? That's just anyway. Another cool thing, you're gonna find these Russians are the ones bringing all this shit to the table.
That's what I'm finding. Yes,
yeah, almost always, especially when it comes to the brain. But anyway, so think like this. This is a reach when I say this. I don't know that I truly believe it, but it's interesting. This one could be argued that it could extend life or lengthen life because telomeres are like basically you see, like, you ever seen we've all seen it. It looks like this twisted looking fucking thing, a DNA strand.
Yes, right? Yes.
Okay. So the end of these things, they basically, that's the telomere. So the end of these things basically start to fray. So think of it like a shoelace. When the shoe is brand fucking new, it's got a sneaker, it's got the shoelace, a little thing on the end that keeps it tight. Well, especially when you're kids, you fuck those shoes up, that piece comes off, right? And that thing starts to open up and fray. And that, in essence, that shoelace starts to shorten. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes.
So think about the ends of your telomeres as they start to fray. That DNA strand shortens. Well, when the DNA strand is gone, everything's over.
So I'm gonna take.
In essence, Epitelon is healing and repairing, and the argument is it could be lengthening those telomeres, which would be lengthening lifespan. That's the argument. I don't know that. I mean, that's a pretty big. I don't hang my hat on that. What I hang my hat on is how I feel when I test something and I use it. So what I noticed, and a lot of other people that I've had conversations with notice similar.
Yes.
So I take this stuff, right? I take it right before bed. And I actually just finished my last shot was last night of another cycle of it, funny enough.
Yeah.
So I take it, I have to, especially when I first started to use it, Christ almighty. The first night I took it, it was like, my body was like, you need to fucking lay down. I was like, I took it. Normally I'll take if I'm doing my evening shots for peptides, I'll do it like kind of part of my evening routine. I'll take those, get in the shower.
Yeah.
With fucking Epitelon, man, I got to take that shit right before I go to bed because it's almost like my body's saying, you need to lay down because I'm going to start to repair. The best way I can put it is the body liked it and it wanted me to fucking settle down. Now, I'm in tune with the signals in my body. But ultimately, when I talk to others and clients, they'll basically describe their own version in their own words of what I'm saying. It like really fucking relaxes you, not like a sedative, in a different way. Like your body's like, whoa, I like this. Let me do what I need to do. Lay the fuck down, please.
We're talking the peptide desk with Keith and Johnny. Well, Johnny, so here's what we'll do. Here's our roles, all right? So you're gonna talk about the experience side of things and the human side of it. I'll share some of the science that I've researched. So Cavinson's team, you talked about the telomeres and you talked about how they extend. Well, Dr. Cavinson's team showed that in somatic cells in 2003, that this was the first peptide to actually extend the telomeres, to your point. So they found that this was the first peptide ever that would extend, to your point, which perhaps would lean into extending lifespan. So the animal data showed that epitolon restores nocturnal melatonin secretion and might extend lifespan. So it kind of I'm using the words might and maybe to your points because and then Johnny, a 6 to 8 year
on that level. Let me just kind of go through ping pong, as you say.
Yes.
So
Yes.
A lot of times people take this stuff expecting some
magic
thing, and it's not like what most people are thinking, where you're going to take it and all of a sudden just like crash. You know what I mean? It's what I described as more of the common response that I found.
Okay.
Definitely relaxes you and puts you into a better place to sleep. And there's definitely some of the downstream effect of your circadian rhythm and melatonin and all that. But it's not like, I think people will use it and they're like thinking that they just took a fucking Ambien. It's not like that.
Okay. Well, so we got Holroyd coming, Johnny. Holroyd Adam, one of our dailies here on the show here. He says, I had the best night's sleep when I was taking Epitolon. Most things I've read talk about taking it a couple of times a year. Is there a downside to staying on it continuously for the deep sleep benefits?
I mean, I started off with this kind of the same, but common knowledge, if you will.
Okay.
And again, I realized that because ultimately think like this, there's a certain level of, you take a peptide and if you're really in need of something, your body's in need, there's this, you can usually feel the movement, right? So the first time I took it was the most profound for sure.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, fuck, I honestly don't want to wait 6 months to do this again. So I did it in a few months later, right? So I basically do it 3 to 4 times a year.
Oh, like a cycle, so I want to be clear. So when you say 4 times, like a cycle, right? Not just one time, not just like last night and then you're waiting 4 months again. When you say 3 or 4 times, you're saying 3 or 4 cycles a year. Am I correct, John?
Yeah. So it'd be like, I'll usually do like 3. So I'm trying to think of, I'm having a brain fart on the actual milligram, but I want to say a very, very common, a bottle would be 50 milligrams. Okay. And so I'll do 50 to 100 milligrams over the course of a few week period.
Yes.
That 3-ish, 4-ish times a year.
Okay. Do we stop because we want the body to continue producing? Is that why we stop? I guess what I'm asking is, why don't I just take it forever?
I mean, a lot of the stuff you kind of gauge, what to do based upon what you've heard out there, or people that have used it in the past.
Okay.
And so I honestly don't know what the downside would be of doing it that often.
Okay.
But I know that in my own research, in my own testing,
yes,
it's definitely effective. And I think another thing I noticed too is that by the end of it, I'm not really noticing the same. It's like it's putting you into this place, and then that's the best way to put it. So think like this: it's almost like you kind of reprogram, and then there's a downstream effect. You let the peptide work. Just because you stop taking a peptide doesn't mean it's not working.
I see. Okay. Well, then going back.
That's the best way to describe it. So
got you.
I don't know that taking it year round would help anything more than if you were to take it a few times a year.
Awesome. Continue with some of the science, brother. A 6 to 8 year observational study on elderly Russian patients that Kavinson studied showed long-term observation cohort in 2003 was that it reduced all-cause mortality. That's and then the methodology was Soviet era, and the study was not double-blinded by Western standards. It was still strong enough to keep the compound in clinical use across Eastern Europe for 2 decades.
So let me ask you a quick question on the double-blind.
Yeah.
So if we were to have 2 groups,
yes,
we had one group that we were just giving straight up backwater, bacteria static water.
Yes.
The other group we were giving epitalon, right? And right away, the group that were getting epitalon, like, yeah, it's me, I'm doing it. Is that a bad thing?
Well, no, when you put it that way, yeah.
Help me understand why the test is ruined.
That's fair. Hey, just quickly, a couple more science points here. The standard research protocol, again, Johnny, I'm just coming from the research I did. You're the human. Yeah. So the standard research protocol is 5 to 10 milligrams per day per subcutaneous injection for 10 to 20 days, repeated 1 to 2 times per year, based on Dr. Kavinson's clinical work. That's based on what he said. So, okay. And then
I've been finding myself that I'm happier using that 50 milligram bottle. Now that we're talking about it, you remember it's a 50 milligram bottle. I'm happier using that for 10 equal injections of 5 milligrams. Okay. I did it at 10 too, but I felt like lower and slower did me better.
Gotcha.
When you figure like this, it's like, it's a message, right? So like if I'm speaking to you right now, you hear this message very clear. If I all of a sudden decided to fucking yell, really the message just kind of gets distorted.
Yeah. Epitalon, closing this up, guys. Epitalon is one of the most legitimately interesting peptides in the longevity stack. The Russian research is real. The telomerase signal is real. The pineal melatonin work overlaps cleanly. And if you're burning your sleep architecture, this compound might be the one to consider. And again,
here's a little side note too. So this last time, what I did is I did a bottle of Etalon, then I did a bottle of Pinealon, which is also messing with the same gland, then back to that Etalon.
Oh, interesting. Adam Holwood comes back and says, Johnny, I find that either I don't dream or don't remember my dreams, but on Epitalon, I would have a dream and remember it every night. Fascinating.
Yeah, there's no question that it's pretty rare that somebody uses it. Well, I mean, here's the thing. When someone says that they don't get something from it, it's because their expectations are all fucked up.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
It's like I can't tell you how many times someone comes to me and we find their testosterone is low, so they either tell them to go to a clinic or they're like, no, I just rather have you tell me what to do. I said, okay, well, not medical advice. We're going to go off the blood test. So we get them to a higher level of normal. Yeah. Now they're on the juice, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, when's it going to kick in? Well, fuck, dude. When am I going to start looking like you?
Hey, Johnny, just so
you have to understand the expectations of you understand what the possibilities are to have it. Like Holroyd clearly understood what the expectations, proper expectation. He wasn't expecting like, oh, I'm going to take this and I'm going to fucking it's like I took an Ambien. All of a sudden, next thing you know, I just fell down in the middle of the kitchen floor and fell asleep. Yeah.
Hey, maybe you can't answer this general basic type question, but I'm just going to throw it out there anyways. Would Epitalon be kind of like part of somebody's like a typical stack? Like, because as I'm learning with you, like we've talked, like I'm hearing some of the common ones, like BP 157, Epitalon. Like, is it like the common, like, okay, you're going to do this, and that's like the common thing. Is that?
So let's make an example.
Okay.
So we know the GLP-1s, right? Yes. Generally speaking, they're used for weight loss. Let's just use the most basic common knowledge. Right?
Yeah.
So if someone shows up and they're not fat, does it make sense to give them that?
Correct. Yeah.
So is it going to be part of when you ask that question, there's not enough information to answer because what's the person's needs? What problems are we trying to solve? That's what helps us decide what path.
So that's fair. But if we know that, longevity is a goal of a 54-year-old.
Right, but you didn't say that. You
okay,
said
that's fair. Yes, that's fair. Yeah, 100%. Right. So if I come to you saying I want to lose some weight, I want to live longer, I want to live healthier, blah 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 blah. Not me, just a general statement. We might start talking about what solutions would help me achieve that goal.
Yeah, Epitalon will be something that I'll recommend for you for sure.
I got you. Okay, cool.
Because we're in that phase of life where we're in you can call it the downside of the mountain.
Yeah,
right? The goal is to make the downside as slow as we can get it, right? And when I say you, for the most part, you've taken care of yourself, but there's been patches where you haven't. So as we don't take care of ourselves, we beat ourselves up, including our telomeres.
Yeah. That's actually, brother, what a great way to wrap up like our fun banter today. Cause that's it. That's how I feel today. Like I almost feel like, I'm actually on the other side of the mountain right now. I'm like, wait a minute. How did I end up here? And that comment of, I'm in my own way. That's actually it too. I've ended up on this side of the mountain and I still feel like I'm in my own way. And these conversations are going to help me get out of it. So, which is great. Hey, Kai, throw a vintage up on screen for us before we get Johnny out of here this morning.
God damn it. That went by fast.
Well, because I was fucking arguing with you the whole time. Oh yeah. Your favorite band, Backstreet Boys, their first appearance. I wanted to, this is your favorite group. Mine was NSYNC. Yours is Backstreet Boys. Look at them on the side. Look how young they look, man. They look like they just came out fucking kindergarten. Like there's
that's not current. That's way back when, correct?
Yeah, that's from 1993 there. Yeah. So that's
the last clip you put of one of these fuckers was dancing around the stage with a big belly. Good for him. You know what I mean? Still on the stage, but he didn't look like that.
I do. I love it.
But in all fairness, of course, I didn't like these guys. Yeah. But it wasn't that I didn't respect the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Think about being that age.
Yes.
And having that life.
Yes.
And not only the excitement, but then the responsibility of fucking holding your life together.
Yeah, while not being buggered by Lou Pearlman.
Yeah, no shit.
No. Hey, John, before you go.
Hey, John, before you go, we've got a stadium clip where Grandpa's in a Mexico jersey, but his eyes are end-out on the scoreboard. Dude's filming like it's National Geographic. Rare species spotted, except the wildlife is denim shorts, 2 feet in front of him.
The soccer match is screaming for attention, and he's like, cool. Anyway, let me document this absolute masterpiece of distraction.
Replies are ruthless. Lion may lose its claws, but never its appetite. Grandpa said, I came for the World Cup, left with a highlight reel. 13 seconds, 21K views, almost 1,000 likes. Proof the internet will crown anybody a legend if they commit hard enough to being horny in public. Hey, John, you need to weigh in on this because the real question is Grandpa a menace or just the most honest man alive?
Grandpa's a fucking dirty old man.
Yeah. What's going on, Whitaker? Look at the grandpa.
Yeah, I swear to God, dude, if that was my fucking daughter and if I was taking a piss, I came walking down those steps, I'd have slapped that phone out of his hand if that was my daughter. Second, I'd have stood that fucking old boy up and said, Jesus Christ, you're lucky you're old as hills. I'll whoop your ass. That's my fucking kid right there.
Amen. I'm with you. I am
you fucking weirdo. Jesus Christ, you want to be a fucking weirdo? Go do it where nobody can see it. Definitely not with my fucking group of daughters.
Damn. There's always somebody watching.
Boys will be boys. Hey, always will be boys.
Like if you're that fucking poor guy out in the middle of the fucking goddamn outback trying to jerk off in peace, and some fucker caught him on camera.
Somebody caught him on camera. I know. I saw a clip yesterday. This family went over to their dad's house for, I guess, the World Cup, and they turned the TV on. And I guess he's 83 years old. They turned it on. The first 5 channels on his screen were all porn. See more butts, John, like all porn. And you see this old man, a big grin on his face. I should have grabbed the clip. He's just sitting there with a big grin, like, yeah.
Well, the thing about it is what he should have done is basically stood up and told that young lady she was beautiful is what he should have done.
Oh, see that, John?
Yeah, instead of filming her ass.
Yeah, I mean, take that fucking energy and do some good with it, you fucking weirdo. And then she would have probably said, "Oh, you're so sweet," gave him a hug, and his jerk off material would have been fucking for real at that point.
Brilliant.
Oh, Anderson, you're dropping bombs here today, brother. I love it.
John is wise.
Oh, what's going on? Say before Johnny leaves, share with us, Whitaker. How was your day today? How was your show today?
Oh, my show was great. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it. We're talking about the bridge from achievement to joy is self-trust.
Oh,
yeah. So had a VP of compliance on today from a pharmaceutical company, and she talked about her own Beatrice and everything. It was really great. It was really cool.
Awesome.
Really good show.
Oh, good. Well, we had fun today too. Johnny coaches.
He had another Keith moment. I think we're gonna start calling these Keith moments.
Yeah, Johnny is coaching Keith today.
What was the Keith moment?
A Keith moment is where he just fucking argues something to the floor when he's completely wrong.
100%. Ask my parents about that when I was growing up. I was like, oh yeah, no. Just gotta argue it.
And I point because he says to me, I represent a lot of people. What would you say to me if I came to you and asked you this question? So we start the conversation. I'm pretending like I don't know a lot about him, only using the information he's talking about. I start pointing things out. The first fucking word out of his mouth every fucking time he opened it was, "No, you don't understand." Fuck, man. You're asking me for advice.
I'm surprised.
I was just being difficult, Whitaker.
You really work on purpose?
Well, and the thing is, in those moments, he fucking believes he's correct. Like his conviction of belief is fucking off the charts. And I'm thinking to myself, man alive, you realize this is being filmed?
Yeah, I got something epic for you guys. Jimmy, let's run it before we walk these two out of here. What's this going on here? Oh yeah, this was Can. So so look at the wealth. Johnny, look at that. So this guy brought his whole car collection here. So like at Monaco last weekend was the Cannes Film Festival, and these guys are bringing their car collections on their yachts. And we were joking about whether you own a yacht or own an airplane.
I don't think that people have a clue what it takes to operate a vessel like that.
I know. Like
that's probably $1 million plus a month.
Oh, at least. Like the wealth on that is it's unbelievable.
That's the guy that needs to fucking spend money so he doesn't get taxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to put it somewhere. And the name of the boat is Seven Sins. Cool name for a boat.
Yes, exactly. All right, Anderson, I've kept you over time, brother. Have yourself an awesome day. You got my text. If you got some time, shoot me a note today. Let's catch up at some point. Lots of love. And always, thanks for holding me accountable. That's why I love you, man.
Yeah, well, I will say this: the difference today is that you actually came out of your funk. Last time you just released it, and then the best part was, Whitaker, today he finally came around, admitted it. But then the one he did last fucking week, I actually put it into context in a conversation we were having, and it was like, oh my god. Yeah.
Wow.
Is Anderson gone yet? Is he still here?
Well, thank God, brother. Thank God Cheryl is here because the entertainment is leaving. Have a good look.
Love you, John.
John Anderson, my brother from the second mother, is leaving us this morning. So much fun.
God. He keeps you on your toes, though. I just love that.
It's good. It's fun. My dad gets it too. It's he's like, Johnny gets it. Well, and we joke because there's Keith and John have become an entity.
Yes, you are.
It's like there's an entity that is it's this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Field,
Yeah. What's shaking today, kid? What's going on in your world today? Hold on. It's Wednesday. And I believe you told me last Wednesday that you enjoy Wednesdays because there's no meetings. You just do your own thing all day.
Yes, I'm doing my thing, but I'm doing some prep. I got some work to do. I got some big talks coming up.
Yeah.
So I got to do some prep work for that.
Nice.
But I'm good. Today was a great show. I'm energized. going out to dinner tonight.
Oh, are you and Dwayne going for dinner tonight? Where are you guys going?
Yeah. We go to our favorite place called Sweetwater's in Westfield, New Jersey. I go and get my lobster tails. I never loved lobster tails until I had like these South African lobster tails. They're really sweet. They're different than like Maine Maine. But anyway, they're different and they're delicious. And so that's a Wednesday. Yeah.
So it's interesting to hear what you're saying because so you're actually thinking about your dinner tonight, eh?
I know food noise, right?
Oh, no, that's why I'm bringing it up because we talked about it last week, right? And it's fascinating to me because that's how, that's kind of part of the conversation is more with Keith and John. Like, I feel like I'm kind of like stuck. I got some things I need to do with myself, with my life, right? So just on a personal side, like I can do better. I can make some better decisions for my own person, my own human, right? So, and it's funny because when you're like, go for dinner tonight, because I think we had the conversation last week, which is all of a sudden, so what am I eating tonight?
Yeah, I know. And it will, since I just got back on my medicine, it will eventually, like, I'll get to the point where I won't think about dinner. I look forward more to, which is what it should be. You should look forward to dinner, which I do, but I won't be thinking about the meal too much. You know what I mean? It slowly happens over time. I'm getting there, but I got on the Peloton this morning. I'm back to working out.
Well, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I was talking with Johnny this morning. Like I was looking just kind of at life as a whole, and I've spotted some gaps that I can improve. Right. And you know what it is too, is I think it's middle of the year. It's actually middle of 2026.
I know we're halfway through the year.
Right. So I had some big meetings yesterday and I was like looking at the calendar and I it's like, holy fuck, halfway through the year. And I got up this morning, came downstairs and I was like, I feel like there's some gaps in my world that can be improved. So I'm going to make some changes.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing them. But at the same time that half a year is gone, we still have a half a year to go.
That's what's awesome. Yeah. But I'm a fan though of, I believe that too many of us, we talk about it and don't do anything about it. I want to do something about it. So I have the awareness, and Johnny was teasing me, like, do something. I am doing something about it. Sometimes we make decisions differently, right? Which takes, we gather information. We get to a point where, okay, now I'm going to make the decision. Right. So, and I've been kind of going on this journey of research and being curious and I've spotted some gaps. I'm like, okay.
You realize that you are in a transformation arc right now, right? Because the first step is awareness. Then there's
100%. Yeah.
Right? Then there's agency or accountability, and then you move.
Yes.
So you are in it right now. So you're well on your way.
Oh, I'm right in the middle of it. And there's so many variables, right? It's like, okay, so I'm 5'4", I'm halfway through 2026, I'm 54. I'm coming up into next year at 5'5". Like there's a lot of these fucking like these markers in my world, man. Okay, dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Dunk. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't really believe I believe that there's more I can be doing for my human that I'm missing out on. So I'm going to. Yeah. And part of it has to do with the stuff we're talking about. Like I'm really curious about the biohacking, the peptides, the like making myself as a human better.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And not just accepting. And here's, I think and here's why I believe that I represent much of my generation. There's a lot of dudes like me that are waking up kind of feeling like me that don't know what to do next, because for forever you've been taught by Western society. And I don't want to go to my doctor and start getting onto fucking pills. I don't want to go get statins. I don't want to go get all the shit that I know that if I go there, okay, Billis, you're going to have to go get on this. You're going to have, so maybe there's things that I can continue to keep doing so I can prevent that bullshit from coming.
Yeah. I mean, you're not like at the age of 54 and me at 60 saying like, oh, wow, got, more behind me than I have in front of me. So fuck it. No, you want to do that. You want to keep going, moving, right? In the right direction. It's still the best is yet to be. I mean, that's not cliche. That's actually true.
Yes. It's fascinating because Neiman puts on here. It's funny actually, because she says, the difference between how you received my revelation compared to how John receives it. Right?
Oh,
We're both humans, and not a right or wrong, but just amazing how we receive a message.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to me. Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Okay. I'm going to get you out of here. I appreciate you, Dwayne Whitaker. I'd like to I try to be aware as much as I can. That's my goal, maybe to a fault. But I'm
emotional intelligence, my love.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I believe, Cheryl, before you go?
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence scares people. Because if you're not emotionally intelligent, you're uncomfortable with a guy like me. You're uncomfortable with a guy like John. You're uncomfortable with Dwayne Whitaker, who's saying things going, holy fuck, he's saying that? Yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't, that kind of makes me feel kind of queasy. You notice that? Like people.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be self-aware is to see all sides of you. And there are some sides of you that you may.
Yes.
And then you may want to change those things. And then it's really hard to change those things, right?
Yes.
And noticing those gaps.
And then to come and talk about it in front of everybody. You're like, oh, like, right.
Right? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
But no, you're not crazy at all. You're very sane.
No, I'm crazy. Okay, I got to get you out of here. I got some work to do. I love you too, my friend. Good to see you as always. Enjoy your dinner tonight. I'm sure I'll catch up with you sometime today. It's my Wednesday too. I'm like, okay, I got a bunch of shit I got to do. And I'm like, but I love it.
Well, it'll make my day to see you. So I'll talk to you later.
We'll see you later, okay? Awesome. See you later. Cheryl Whitaker's out of here. I love when she joins me every single Wednesday following It Starts with Cheryl. It starts with joy every Wednesday right here on the big network we call Mornings at 11. Keith, John, and friends. It's a revelation show today. Billis revealing his, I feel like I got some stuff to do. Yes. All right, Kay, listen, I got 60 seconds, and then I'm going to come back with a monologue that is going to lean into the topic today is going to be us, Gen X. It's going to be about us again, guys. I believe we might be running out of patience for babysitting. Yeah, babysitting. And I say it with love. Gen X is built for change, the before and after generation. And I think that we're just running out of patience for babysitting. That monologue is up in less than a minute.
We're built for change, but we're tired of treating every obvious shift like a crisis meeting. We don't need babysitting. We've adapted our whole lives. What's costing us now is endless processing. We lose time, clarity, and trust.
Adaptability isn't softness. It's action under pressure. We can evolve fast and still hold standards.
Discomfort isn't damage. It's friction from reality. We can care about people without pretending hard truth is harm. The excuse is we're being thoughtful. The truth is we're stalling. We hide behind language so we don't choose. We can respect feelings without handing them the steering wheel. Adults listen, name the stakes, and decide anyway. If we outsource responsibility, we teach people life pauses for permission. Kids are watching. So are our teams.
Gen X can get bitter or get useful. Keith's about to break it down. Morning begins here.
All right, guys. Whoa, that one's not working. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit. You're not gonna see me on the. I'm gonna try something here. We're gonna try this with Jimmy here. But hey, Jimmy, you got something fun to run in the clip there for 10 seconds. You can do that while I just kind of run over here and just change my camera. If you want to do that, I will do. Just gonna run over here and change the camera while Jimmy's just putting something on the.
This show is brought to you by John's Burp.
Nice. Well done, Jimmy. Jimmy's on the ball here today. Good job there, guys. All right, so we're going to give Maya Reyes the day off today, our team. We're going to bump Maya out of the lab this morning while I get my morning focus done, and then we're going to rock and roll the show over to so today usually we have What the Truck, but the team over there at What the Truck Experience is working on a reset for next week, so we will be a little pause on that one this morning. Okay, guys, listen, Gen X, we are built for change, but we are running out of patience for babysitting. Listen, I say it with love. Well, mostly because, we, the generation that is next and the one that's after us, or the one that's before us, the boomers, we've had to adapt to everything. We grew up analog. We know we did. I had the conversation yesterday. Then the world became digital. And then we learned that landlines, the email, the cell phones, all that social media stuff, the smartphones rework. And now we are coming to the world of AI. Yep. We watched industries get rebuilt. We watched media collapse and reform. We watched institutions lose trust everywhere. Think about it. We watched the workplace mutate. Nation, to my Gen Xers out there, I hope you're paying attention to this because this is actually our world. Think about it, right? Industries rebuilding, media collapsing, institutions losing trust, workplaces mutating, all on our watch. We watched our kids grow up in a reality we did not have language for when we were young. Think about this. Think about the world that we've been growing up with. So no, anybody arguing with us, Gen X is not afraid of change. We actually been changing our entire lives. That's just the truth. What we're tired of pretending every obvious thing needs a therapy session. Think about that. We're just tired of babysitting fragility. Come on. We're tired of managing everyone's feelings around just basic reality. Tired of corporate language that says nothing. Tired of meetings where adults spend 45 minutes avoiding a decision. Oh my goodness. Are we actually saying this right now? Tired of people confusing discomfort with harm. Tired of hard conversations being treated like a crisis. Man, is just tired of watching people burn things down and then ask, who's responsible for rebuilding? Oh, like Gaza? And that's the tension. Yeah, just listen, we adapt, but we also have a low tolerance for nonsense. I know you, Rico. I know you, Vicalandens Fatigue. I know you, Whitaker. I know you, JR. I know you, Rico. We all have this low tolerance for nonsense. We're tired of it because we were raised in a world that did not care that much about how we felt about the assignment. Uh-oh. Billis is trashing our emotional conversation on feelings. No, I'm not really saying that. What I'm saying is that we just were encouraged to figure shit out. I was babysitting my brother and sister when I was 11. Yeah, you just figured shit out. You made the call. You took the hit. You got up. Concussion? What the hell was a concussion back then? There's no such thing as a concussion. Was it healthy? No, not at all, actually. But let's be honest. A lot of us learned silence when we needed language. And a lot of us learned toughness when we needed support. And a lot of us learned independence because nobody, hey guys, you know, mom and dad were working. There's nobody coming. So no, I'm not here to romanticize all of it, but I'm here to say that the upbringing did create something useful for all of us. Think about this, guys. It created your durability. It created your practicality. It created your skepticism. It created a sense that not every problem requires a meeting, a manifesto, and a feelings committee. And right now, maybe the world just needs some of that. Because change, to say it's accelerating would be an understatement. Think about it. AI, it's not waiting. Oh, baby, AI is not waiting at all. No, media, not waiting. Work, certainly not waiting. Trust, not waiting at all. Because the next version of the world, the next 50 years, is not going to pause while everyone gets emotionally comfortable. And that does not mean that we should be cruel. And it does not mean that we should ignore the people around us. And it does not mean that we should go back to old school, shut up and deal with it nonsense. No. And it also doesn't mean that your life is going to wait for your toothache to heal, as Melissa Neiman is realizing. No, life goes on. My fucking tooth is still killing me. Yeah. Yep. Because it does mean that adults have to be adults. We are adults. We make decisions. We handle friction. All of that. We tell the truth. We take responsibility. And all that can be very uncomfortable without collapsing. But guess what, guys? That is leadership. Oh, baby, that's leadership. And I think that you, me, all of us, and the generation that is next, and our boomers out there, is uniquely positioned here, not because we're perfect. No, because we have lived in the gap, the before and the after. We know what it means to lose an old world and adapt to a new one. We were part of it before. We know what it means to function without constant validation. We know what it means to learn by doing. We know what it means to not have a perfect map and move anyway. That's the muscle. And that muscle, guys, girls, brothers, and sisters, that muscle is needed now. But guys, we have to be careful because the impatience that we have can also turn into bitterness. And the bitterness of our generation is lazy. It's so easy to sit back and say, everyone is soft. Guys, be careful. It's so easy to mock all of our younger generation. It's so easy to roll your eyes at every new expectation, but that is not leadership. No, that is complaining in a leather jacket. And I was talking to somebody earlier this week, and she knows who she is about not complaining. Yeah. The better move is to translate, to say, here's what still matters. Here's what needs to change. Here is what we should keep. And here is what should be left behind. And here is how to move through discomfort without turning it into a crisis, because that is what we do, nation. That is what the Gen Xers do. not just tell old stories, not just laugh about being feral kids. No, we use the experience. We use the pattern recognition. We use the bullshit detector to build the adaptability, because the world does not need Gen X to become bitter hall monitors. There's enough of you out there. It needs Gen X to become useful adults in the room. And yes, sometimes that means being patient. But sometimes it also means saying, enough. We have talked this to death. Make the call, take the risk, build the fucking thing. Have the conversation. Stop asking the world to lower the temperature every time life gets hard. That is not cruelty. It's called adulthood. Yeah. And guess what? Adulthood is making a comeback, or I hope it does. Because the future, nation, we see it because we've seen the past. That future is going to need people who can adapt without the whining, lead without the performing, and handle the discomfort without needing to be babysat through every step. So nation, my Gen Xers, my boomers, we collectively, we were built for change. Now, we have to decide whether we are going to use that for strength, or if we're just going to sit back and fucking waste it complaining that everyone else forgot how. All right, there we go. Woo, big show here today. Hope you guys didn't mind the peptide conversation, because there was a lot of it today, me and Johnny. Yep. A lot of banter on life reset, a lot of banter on stuck on the side of the mountain. Just a lot of crazy stuff here today. Admittedly, we didn't get to some stuff here today, but that's okay. We get up, we get after it live right here with Adam Holroyd, with J.R. McCullough, with Dwayne Whitaker, with Vic Lonsden, with Mike Sullivan, with Matt Roof, with Rico, with Endless Lunges. Rico, thanks for keeping us accountable today, brother. I appreciate you so much. We hang out with the entire gang every single day here, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We are the home of the live authority, the Mornings.live network. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Hey, guys, today, stick out your tongue. Put it up there, guys. Stick out your tongue for, yeah, there you go. Stick out your tongue for 40 seconds. This will eliminate your cortisol faster than any pill and breathing exercises. So there you go, guys. Stick your tongue out today. Have some fun with it. That just might eliminate some cortisol. Hey, coming up tomorrow, I just got to get to my outro message here tomorrow because, it's not there. All right, no good, all good. Guys, listen, we are back here tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 7:30 with Roofy. Go check us out, the home of Live Authority, Mornings in the Lab, the Live Authority Network, Mornings.network, Mornings.live. We will see you guys tomorrow right here. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Kai. Thanks, Neiman. Thanks, Johnny. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.